Hey, what up, everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is EverQuest P99. And today we are on the green server on the level 6 Shadow Knight. So, gonna be getting into that. Let's hit play. It's one of those where I recorded and then I'm laying the audio over it right now. So, I turned down the audio a little bit because in the Fiat, there's like crickets or something, and it makes this loud noise, and people are asking me about it. Like, I don't know, it kind of sounds like a whistling nose or something. So, wasn't me. Sometimes it could be me in other videos, but in this one, I'm blaming it on the environment, the ambiance, or whatever you want to say. So if you hear it still, it's right there. It's like a cricket or something. It's just the I could turn that off in future videos if you want me to, but turn the brightness up a little bit, audio down a little bit on the game. It's really dark right now. We're in like the darkest zone, one of the darkest zones in the game, and I did turn the brightness up a little bit. So just bear with me. It'll get lighter out. We get into a better area. Right now I'm just running to where we're going to be fighting today, and we're going to be joined by Trey with his Paladin. So his Paladin. It's going to be light and dark, the yin yang twins, I guess. I'm an evil Shadow Knight, and he is a Paladin. I'm a big stinky ogre. He's a little female Paladin. I think maybe a dwarf. I don't know. They all look the same. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think today in this one, I am going to somewhat be reading comments. I think that's a cool thing to do. Sometimes, every once in a while, let them build up and then respond to comments because I am a loose cannon and you never know what I'm going to say in response. And some people were roasting me. So, yeah, I'll be responding to some of those comments in this one, but we'll also be talking about the video, maybe doing some John Madden replays, all the stuff we normally do. But, also responding to comments as we watch the level 6 Shadow Knight ding to level 7 at a pretty good camp near OGRE. We're going to be fighting the skeletons across the river. So this should show you the way. This is almost all the way from Inethul. I was at that other camp, the one with the lizards that I showed you last time. When we were playing the Shadow Knight, I showed you some lizards. I was going back and forth killing a little camp of lizards, and then some jungle spiders, and then lizards, and then jungle spiders. And that's still pretty good for 6. I think you would ding 7 first, and then go do these skeletons, because these skeletons are sometimes even. And if you get like a big string of evens, it gets kind of difficult. And there's tons of there's plenty of skeletons, so you kind of want to wait until they're blue to go do that, unless you're super twinked out or something. Which, as you can see, I do have some new stuff. I don't know if I had this last time. I have the Dark Reaver and the enameled black chest plate now. So pretty cool. But selling some stuff, getting, got to go get with Trey, and he's going to give some stuff to his Paladin. So his Paladin will have, I forget what he got. He has like the Ghoulbane. I think the Ghoulbane and like a cool helmet too. So we're kind of the same. I have a breastplate and a sword. He has like a helmet and a sword. So same amount of twinked out, just a little bit. Nothing crazy. But let me click on the newest video, and I'll see what kind of comments we got here. As we make our way to the camp. We're actually making our way to his druid, so his druid can give us some stuff for his paladin. Druid also gives me some nice buffs, so that's cool. Alright, we're on the newest video here, which did pretty good. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. It's kind of just a regular video. Wasn't anything too crazy, and you guys did awesome. I appreciate it. That's about what I hope for when I make a video, is about that amount. If we do better, great. But that's usually the bare minimum I'm looking for, and you guys got it, so that's great, and I appreciate it. Let's see if anybody responded to my nope. All right, so here we go. The roasting begins. It's hard to get your guys' names because, like, from the comments, it shows like your email address or something, or it shows what you want. I don't know. It's K Seacrest. So we got Ryan Seacrest here. He said, you can't find a spell to see invisible in your list of spells, which is titled See Invisible? Level 8? Come on! Spend 20 minutes off camera and sort your spell book into categories. And I responded, LOL, if I have that, I'm going to smack my forehead. If I don't, I need to go buy it. And then Trey was in a hurry. I'm blaming Trey here. I'm blaming Trey. Okay, I'm stupid. I should have found See Invisible on an enchanter who is probably you know, if you're an enchanter, you should have See Invisible. You're a caster. I'd probably have it. I probably just didn't see it. It was way in the beginning of my spell book, and we were in a hurry. I was more worried about casting Clarity and Aug and, you know, buffing myself and buffing Trey. He had like 30 minutes, and we had to go get experience immediately, or we were not going to get very much. So, you know, if I could have took an extra minute to go find See Invisible, cast it on both of us, it would have made everything easier. But you see that nothing went bad. He found it. Everything was fine. It was okay. So I think I made the right decision, honestly. Like, skip the See Invisible. We both made it to the camp. It was fine. We got the other buffs instead. We started fighting immediately. So, yeah, I agree that I'm kind of stupid for not finding it and not casting it. But I also think that everything worked out fine, and we got to getting experience quicker. So who was right? I don't know. Let me know. All right, this person here named My Mom Says I'm Keen commented Paladin and Shadow Knight duo where you both roleplay the entire time you're grouped. That would be really cool. Like we could argue back and forth or something. We didn't do that in this one, but maybe in the future we could. And here's Trey's Druid giving me some gear for his Paladin. His Paladin's level, I think, 5. Because I'm 6, and then he dings, and then I ding. Something like that. But we're right there by the river. If you turn right out of Agok, there's the first water you hit. If you swim across that water and you keep doing right wall strats, you can't miss the skeletons. Just make sure you don't get attacked by an alligator, or there's some lizards off to the left a little bit that are like red. Don't go over there. But if you just stay on the wall, right wall strats out of Agok, you will find these skeletons, and it's like 3 whole camps of them. I think there's like at least 10 of them. It's nice. And they're really good for like level 7, 6, 8, probably all the way to 10. I think that's a really good idea. My mom says I'm keen, but for one thing, Trey isn't, you know, I have a hard time getting him to type to me sometimes, you know. He's either, like, super busy or he's not super chatty. And he's not on a mic or anything, and I wouldn't expect him to be. I don't know if he'd want to be involved with all that, but I could do something there. Like, I've always thought about maybe doing the ogre voice and acting like I'm stupid, and more stupid than, you know, I already am. But, good idea. Maybe I could do that somewhat. So, I like it. All right, next one up, we got Lou. Lou G522. What up, Lou? Saw you in the game a couple times. Lou says, from what I read recently, the problem in CT around the pyramid are the Shadow Knights that cannot see through Invis themselves, but will Deadeye on everyone else. That's probably exactly what it was. I was on the last video, I was talking about how my enchanter had died just like screwing around in the maze. I was screwing around in the maze. I was kind of cruising for a bruising, if you will. And, yeah, they saw invisible. I had like 5 of them jump on me. I couldn't get mez off, or I got stun off, but then, like, I don't know, something else hit me from behind, and it just became a whole thing where I died. And, I was talking about that, and he's like, yeah, it's probably because Shadow Knights are casting Deadeye on everybody. Yeah, so I agree. That's probably what's going on. I said, yep, I saw that too after I read this for the first time. Crusader or Ritualist or something. I think it might be the Crusader. That's maybe the Shadow Knight. That could be the Ritualist. I don't know. But that's what I was saying. But yeah, that's probably what happened there. All right. Maybe I can get them to cast it on me, you know. I'm a stupid idiot. Hey, cast it on Trey. Come here, Crusader. Cast See Invisible on Trey, because I'm too stupid to find it in my spell book. No, I'm not in a hurry or nothing. I'm not just trying to hurry up or nothing. I'm just stupid, and I just forgot. I just don't know. Or didn't see Invisible. What's that? All right, we got Joe Lou A 2705 or something. It says at Joe Lou A 2705. So here's Trey with the I can hardly see it, but Deepwater Helm, Bracers of Arulsi, a cloak there that's off the screen that I can't read. And I think he already has a sword, maybe, so that's pretty cool. Some cool stuff. A little bit more twinked out than me, I guess. Joe says, I just did a fun SK level up. Started with Spirally Spore Blade. plus Mithril two-handed and full bronze. Wound up in nearly his Inneruk plus planar stuff. She's 43, rocking super fun class, but a million times better with gear. I did this on Mischief, by the way. It's free trade TLP server, so you can hunt things like Inneruk. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of those kind of servers, but that's cool that you had fun doing it and playing in SK and stuff. And no shade or anything. It's just not my thing. That's cool, Lou. Appreciate the comment. Or Joe. I'm sorry, Joe. It's Joe Lou. Joe Lou with a few comments there. Appreciate that. Mark Nugent watching and dropping a like. Thank you, thank you. We got Rich Santo 6974, and here's the camp right here. This is the first one. You got 3 skeletons. 2 of them come. Like, you can't get one. Maybe later on when you're higher level you can get just one, but I was trying to face pull it, and still got 2. Looks like 1 is white and 1 is blue. And I think we're killing the blue one first, just to get it out of the way. That's always been my strat. I think that's the right strategy, huh? Unless it's a caster or something. You know, if you got multiples, you kill the thing, even if there's a green, you know? Let's say you have a white, a blue, and a green, and they all attack you, and they're all melee, they're all warriors or something, there's no casters. You'd want to kill the green as fast as possible, then kill the blue, then kill the white. You don't go in the other order, huh? So, that's what I always do. Kill the blue, then kill the white. If you can get that one thing out of the way quicker, it's not hitting you anymore. If you sit there and you're hitting the white, if you're trying to get rid of the harder one first, it's harder to hit, it takes longer, that blue one's hitting you the entire time. If you can, like, wipe the blue out in, like, 30 seconds, then it's not hitting you anymore, and now you're just one-on-one with the white, or two-on-one with the white. So, that's what I always do. Trying to pull some other stuff right now, because we have extra buffs. Like, I got the damage shield, the sow, the regen, all from Trey. So, pulling as much as I can. It doesn't stay like that. Like, once the buffs drop, we just have to do the skeletons, and that's it. And we almost have trouble keeping up. But for now, I'm just pulling everything, because I got some buffs. Who else we got? Oh, yeah, Rich Santos says, sometimes Mez will mem-blur your pet. Here's the next camp, 3 skeletons. Once again, I don't think you can even get a single, so you're hoping that they're all blue and you can just break it. There's probably a zone. I think the zone line to, like, Wrath Mountains is pretty close by. Maybe not super close, but if you do right wall strats, you could maybe go and, like, maybe kill one and then run to the zone. There's different ways to break it if you're solo. Kill one, run to the guards, but you have to swim through some water. Just remember that. But that would be the strat. You want to just stand there toe-to-toe with 3 of them and try to kill 2 of them. I think you would kill one and then run. And that way you could break it a little bit. And then do the same thing again. Killing a Shadow Wolf. There's the other camp. So, about 10 skeletons. And zombies appear sometimes. They're a little bit higher level, but they aren't like super... They're not red or anything. They're like yellow or white. So, good... I think level 7. I don't think 6. 6 is a little bit too tough. Like, I tried it at 6, and I wasn't even keeping up with the first camp. I mean, I was, but then I hit a bunch of whites in a row. But Rich Santos saying sometimes Mez will mem-blur your pet. Okay. So, I'll have to try that. I think I knew that. Sometimes I know these things, and I just forget, or haven't tried it yet. Just haven't been in the situation yet. So, maybe I'll try that. Mem-blur is something I need to work on for sure. We got, I know that's Anita. It says American Lacey, but I know that's Anita. Anita says, always a pally in my opinion. Hey, that's what we're doing. So you got it. It was either a paladin or a necro or a shaman. Shaman probably would have been like the best as far as the combination of Shadow Knight and Shaman. That way we have a healer and a bunch of buffs and a tank. But I already played a shaman, and I don't think I've ever grouped with the paladin, and I already played a necro, so I think it's cool that he's a paladin. Faceless One! He says, great camp, thanks for the video. So I was just showing the alligator camp in Kazakhstan for the second time, but this time we were duoing. That's the last video. And yeah, it is a good camp. I like it. I always heard about it, and I never did it. Like, you always hear about, like, druids down there animal charming. It's one of the... You know, like, an enchanter's always charming. Necros can do undead. And then that's when you hear, you know, bards can charm and stuff like that. But if a druid or a ranger or whoever, like animal charming, the main place you hear of them doing it is like Khazak-Thul. Maybe for the first time, that's the first time they animal charm. So if you want to practice charming, and you don't do it very often, and you're a druid or something, I think that's the first camp, and it's not too bad, and you're in your mid-30s or early 30s, so it's about the time you would start doing it anyway, right? I don't know, let me know. All right, we got Paul Peterson, 3652. He says, always enjoy the content, hope to someday play with you. Yeah, that's a thing, like, playing with subscribers or, you know, I think I could do that one day. It's not even like, I don't know, it's just me. It's me. I get on the game once a week right now, and I just kind of have to, like, bang out a quick session so I can make a video. So usually I'm on Discord talking to Trey or Faceless One or someone and, like, just trying to figure out if we can, or I'll just solo. I'll just solo 90% of the time. But, you know, if Trey can't get on here, then I'm just going to solo. But hey, if it works out perfectly and there's no, like, hitch in the giddy up, then I might go for it. It's not out of the question, basically. It's just more of a time issue or a convenience issue. It's not like I don't want to play with people. Let's see, who else is here? We got Tornix DM commenting quite a bit. I appreciate it, man. Membler is 30% chance or something, so you sometimes have to cast it a few times and pacify into Membler so it doesn't re-aggro if you're in a small area and can't move away from it. Yeah, I need to keep that in mind for sure. I knew it wasn't like 100%, so they blink a few times, you do it again. Like I get the basic idea of it. You know, you like kind of you break your pet, you root them, okay, and then you Membler them. Or whatever, it doesn't have to be your pet. It's just something you want to get rid of. But you, like, root them and you Membler them, and then if they follow you, like, you, like, kind of dance around them from far away. Far enough away that you would break aggro, I guess. I think. But anyway, you root them, you Membler them, and then if you, like, kind of dance around them, and if they follow you, if their eyes follow you, then they're not Memblered. If they don't, though, if they just stand there and look straight ahead, then they are Memblered and you're good to go. So I know somewhat. I just need to practice it, basically. I just never have time to practice. I don't have time to look stuff up. I don't have time to look for See Invisible. It's a time issue, I'm telling you. I'm not the best ever. I'm not like an expert at this game or anything, like I always say. I think I'm solid. I'm like okay. I'm like above average maybe, especially on my Necro. But you guys coming in the comments that are freaking experts, like, duh, you're going to think I suck. Like, it's whatever. McBilly Boy said, great video, beefcakes. Yeah, that was the secret word last time, was beefcake, and some of y'all got it like McBilly Boy. That's awesome. That means you watched all the way to the end of the video, or you're really smart and clicked to the end. I don't know, but I'm guessing you watched the whole thing, so that's cool. All right, here's Trey. Trey with the lizard emoji, or the alligator emoji, sorry. The alligator emoji. We got Sana commenting just to help out. Awesome. Chad, same thing. Got my loyal sinners that are just trying to help me out. Fighting two skeletons here, you know. I was trying to taunt as much as possible. I am not doing it right now, but you'll see most of the time I'm clicking that taunt like a maniac. Kind of depends, too. Like, he's got 80% health, so I'm not too worried about it. But later on, when his health drops, I'm really trying to taunt. One day I'll get spells and I'll be able to get more aggro. This sword hits really hard, but sometimes it misses a few times in a row, and then I think he's got a faster, better sword than I do. The professor says, what's the best compliment to SK? He said beefcake. Yeah, well, that's the word. That means you watched all the way to the end. Thank you so much. We got Dustin Lead here. LOL, love the name, and no ma'am. Yeah, I don't know. It just came to me, man. It took me like a day or two to think of the last name. I didn't have it like ready to go, but once Al Bundy, I wanted to be Al Bundy because I kind of, you know, relate. I relate to Al Bundy. If they made a video of my life, I think that's what it would be. Yeah. Or if I thought I heard my dog barking. If I could any show out there, if you guys wanted to watch a show and see like how Sinnycool's life is outside of playing games and streaming and stuff, that would be the show. Married with Children. I would be Al Bundy. Mrs. Sinny would be Peggy. And, yeah, lots of kids. Annoying neighbors, you know? It's just like it. Broke. Crappy job. Underappreciated. Stressed out. Grumpy. Getting older. The best days were in high school. Yeah, just like Al Bundy, man. So I relate to Al Bundy. It's my my picture or my avatar on Discord, and so I made it Al Bundy. It wouldn't let me do just straight up Al Bundy, so I had to add an extra Y on the end. And then for the surname, I didn't have anything, but once I thought of No Ma'am, I can't remember if somebody said it first or was it. I think I came up with it, and then somebody else was like, "Yeah, that's good." So No Ma'am, yeah. That's the little organization he was a part of. We got Dan Molina here, you know, helping me out with the emoji. Chad with the beefcake. All right, we got Trunch and Munch with a comment. I think this one's a little bit roasty. Calling classic gear best in slot is a little far-fetched, in my opinion. I think you're missing the point. You're missing the point a little bit there. I think I said that. I'm just gonna go get the classic best in slot from the wiki. I didn't call it best in slot. I think I even mentioned that. Like, people don't listen. Sometimes you think I'm stupid, but you didn't listen to what I said. So, if I say 2 plus 2 is 4, but you hear 5, that doesn't mean I'm wrong. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I said I'm going to get what the wiki says as best. You go to the wiki, you go to Shadow Knight, you click on best in slot, and then whatever's there. So I'm not agreeing that it's best in slot. I'm not saying it's definitely best in slot. I'm just saying I'm going to go for the stuff from the wiki that the wiki says is best in slot for classic. The first things, not even Valius or Kunark, if it's not too bad to go for. So that's all I was saying. And if you don't listen again, then that's not my problem. The SK idea is cool, and watching you gather gear and level is something I look forward to. The only thing I take issue to is you are incredibly judgmental of other players and streamers because they don't fit into your idea of how a person should play EverQuest. I don't remember being judgmental of other streamers. I don't remember that. I just said it would be hard. I think it's hard to live stream. I mentioned the ways that you could make video. I never said it was wrong of how you make videos. I don't remember like saying anything bad about any other streamers. Other players, maybe. I'm judgmental of other players. I just don't like when people power level is all. And maybe you like to power level. It's usually why people fire back. They love to power level. But that makes you horrible at the game. Why would you want to be horrible at the game? But anyway, it is what it is. We're kind of like, I'm not like going at this person. I think we had a nice little conversation. So I'm not like, I appreciate the comment for real. He says the only thing I take issue to is you are incredibly judgmental of other players and streamers because they don't fit into your idea of how a person should play EverQuest. I'm just letting you know like how, I'm not saying they play the game however they want. I say that with Gems of War too. Hump a wall. You can sit there and hump a wall. It's fine. Do whatever you want. Run in circles. You know? Get out and play GTA and just run over hookers the whole time. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just telling you like how I like to play the game. You know? If you want tips, I'm just giving you tips. Like in Gems of War, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. But if you want to sit there and hump a wall, you can hump a wall. It's a video game. I don't care. It's whatever. You can sit on the toilet backwards for all I care. You know, take your pants off all the way, your shoes off, your socks off, everything. Your underwear, just everything. All your bottoms off. You know, straddle up to the toilet. You know, don't even put the seat down. Just leave it up. Just straddle the toilet and face, because there's a table for you. You know, you got something you can lift the lid off. You got water. You can dip a cup in and take a drink. You can do whatever you want, bro. You can play. You can take a crap however you want. You can play a game however you want. No, there's people straddling the toilet backwards. They're like, turn around. Why would I turn all the way around and sit down? Like, that's a waste of time. I just straddle the toilet. I take my shoes off, my socks off, my pants off, my underwear, and I just straddle it. Why would I turn around backward? Why you sit on the toilet backwards, dummy? You idiot. Stupid. You know, use it as a table. They got a table there for you. Put your sandwich on it. Eat your sandwich. Take the lid off. Got your water. Dip it in. Dip your cup in. Take a drink. You know, you put a goldfish in there if you want. So why would you turn around like an idiot backwards on the toilet, you dummy? Keeping your pants on, idiot. So do whatever you want in a game. I don't care. You can play however you want. Power level. Straddle the toilet backwards. I don't care. Hump a wall. Taking into account your EverQuest experience, EQOA and EQ are completely different games. I never said they were the same. Also, being a guild tank, I would think you would know more about the game. But what I'm listening, it's like a first playthrough experience with the occasional ranting about gamer mechanics or other players. And, well, it's not a first time, and I was never the main tank. I don't think I ever said I was the main tank of a guild. I was like an off tank. And I only went raiding like once. I wasn't really even the tank of the guild. Yeah, I definitely rant, though. You're right about that. That's kind of what I'm known for. He said, personally, I would have just turned around and went to Ogok and just bought CMViz. Okay, go do that. And then when you come back, Trey can't play anymore. How about that? That's smart. That's really smart. Yeah, go run all the way to Ogok. Run all the way to Ogok, buy CMViz, you know, gate back, you know, and then he'll have 10 minutes left. That's smart. Some people don't listen to, like, the whole context of why I'm doing certain things, so they think I'm just stupid. Oh, he didn't cast See Invisible on them. They must have played for 4 hours after that. We played for literally 30 minutes, and that's it. And some of that was getting to the camp. He says, I'm sorry if my criticisms come off rude. I'm sorry if this is just me, like, trying to entertain, so I'm not really, like, going after you or anything, so same way back. I do really enjoy listening to you play. I often listen to you on my earbuds at work. Oh, landscaper, hell yeah. I just feel as a streamer with an audience, you should focus on the game more and ignore the negativity. But I'm just an old fart EQ player from back in the day. Yeah, I ain't getting any younger. I hope you and your family's move is safe and quick so you can get back to gaming. Me too, man. I hope you don't take too much offense. I know I went a little hard there, but, you know, that's how I am. I like to entertain, and I go fly off the handle, and that's my thing. Seath911 says beefcake. All right. Hey, Anita says beefcake. Let's go. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it for this one. Let's do Joe. Joe put a bunch of comments. So let's get another one from Joe Lou A. Another thing, your enchanter, a goblin Gazugi ring from super rough camo, but it's instant cast, visible. I know. I need that for sure. I tried farming it. I have a video where I show the camp. So I can't be too stupid if I can figure out how to get that camp, because that camp's convoluted. I just be really distracted and stressed out and anxious if you think I'm stupid. It's not. I guarantee I'm not. Anyway. Let's go find another video. There's a zombie, by the way. Sometimes they pop in. Video's kind of laggy. I don't know why. It's just this crappy computer. They say there's a meme on Reddit about my computer. Hey, if I got a meme about me, hey, I made it, boy. So I don't care. I don't care. I think it's cool. Hey, I hit 8K subscribers, too. How about that? It's probably going to go back down, though, so I probably shouldn't celebrate. Alright, let's find another video and do some more comments. I think this is fun. As the game lags here. Looks like I lost my damage shield and my regen. This is where it starts to get a little bit hairy. And we quit killing other things. We're only doing skeletons. You know, he's got half HP. I'm trying to taunt there, you see. Alright, from the video called Top 5 Dungeons. Which did good. It did good, too. I kind of hoped it would be another banger, but it was pretty good. It was a semi-banger. It was like a semi-chub. It's cold out. It's cold out, you know? It's cold outside. George Costanza. All right, we got Mark Nugent again. get your name read multiple times because you commented on every video. Shout out to Mark. He's one of my best centers out there right now. Rookie of the Year coming through on every video, every live stream. Shout out to Mark Nugent. And Mrs. Nugent. Hey. Alright, we got Classic EverQuest in the house. He just put out a banger. I'm going to do one just like it. He said he wants me to, so don't think I'm, like, copying him or something. His origins of, like, how he started playing EverQuest, I think you guys might be interested in that. And I'll do a video on that. I just don't want to step on his toes, so I'm not going to do it immediately like today. But, in a week or two, after he gets his full squeeze out of his juice, all the juice out of that video, I'll run mine next, and I'll let y'all know how I got into EverQuest. It'll be interesting because, some of y'all think I'm a dummy, and it is kind of dumb how I got into it, so. Hey, I dinged 7, and Trey also dinged 6 in there somewhere. But I'll tell my story of how I got into it. And you'll learn about how old I am through that, I'm pretty sure. So I won't give you the exact number, but you'll have a better idea than ever, probably, about how old Sinnycool is. About the same age as Classic EverQuest, sounds like. Biker Mice from Mars, subscribe. Oh, how I miss Anamana Papa Poopa Peepa. Velk's Laboratory. Oh, I gotta go to Velk's. Yeah, I always say something and then say subscribe, like Tailspin, subscribe. If you watch Tailspin, you better subscribe. Or you didn't watch it. You didn't like it? Baloo? Cloud Kicker? Huh? Louie? Well, you don't... Shakan? What? You never watched that if you don't subscribe. You don't even know what Tailspin is, dummy. Better subscribe, or you're not... Professor says top dungeons, super fun. What's so whistly? Right there. Whistle right here. Whistle, ready? Whistle. Ready? We're in the same zone right now. Whistle. That's what it is. We got Dre Santi with a comment saying, I enjoyed hearing you explain your top dungeons, man. My top 3 are Soul A. I gotta go there. I've never been. I've never been to Soul A. I've never been to Seb. That's his number 2. Seb. Never been. Guck was his number 3. That was my number 1. So we share a favorite. All right, we got Jimmy Bobo Bingo. Jimmy Babo Bingo. He said, nice video like normal. Man, I really appreciate. I know I'm saying appreciate a lot. Like sometimes I say the same. I'll say like. I'll say I'll say appreciate. So just have a shot every time. You'll be sloshed, falling over. And then you'll be straddling the toilet backwards. Like people that power level. I'm just kidding. Screaming into the mic. He says, when are you going to come to Quarm and play self-found rules? No random buffs. I know. I need to. This computer just doesn't like it. I tried it. It didn't like. I need to try it again. Try again, right? Like, Faceless One wanted me to play on a different server. And I tried so bad because he like, became a tier 3 member on my channel. And then his request was for me to play on this certain server on EverQuest. And I tried so hard because I hate that. I hate that he, like, became a tier 3 member and that was his request. And I couldn't do it. It just wouldn't happen. Like, this computer, I would have to buy a computer. That's the only way. It's just not working. I know you guys say you can play it on a brick, but this thing is worse than a brick. It's like a broken brick. Dusty brick with doo-doo on it. Just go to the Reddit and check it out. But whenever I can, whenever I get a new computer or something, once this thing, like, just craps the bed totally and I have to, that's probably when. Funky Town, Texas says, praying for you, Cinny, and all our fellow sinners. Let's go. We must pray. We got a KC Christ again here. Vexar, Seb, Blackborough, Old Kazakh Thule. Yeah, I like Kazakh. Kazakh's one of my favorites. It would have been, like, if I made the list a little bit longer, it would have been on there. Says Old Split Paw. TOFS, yeah, I like the Tower of Frozen Shadow as well. Crystal Caverns, I gotta go there. We're going there soon, though. Just stay tuned. Necro's gonna be stomping all around in Crystal Caverns as soon as possible. Alright, here we are. I kind of wanted to do a different camera view for y'all to get you a little better view of my big fat stinky ogre. Thuggish. It's gonna be thuggish ruggish. I think I did. That was the name of my Shadow Knight on EQOA. Speaking of EQOA, his name was Thuggish Ruggish. If you remember. If anybody out there remembers me. I probably don't. Alright, we got Tornix DM again. Thank you so much. Said Najina. Najina is neat. I like the Dark Elf areas, and Najina is just a cool place. Lots of variety and types of enemies. You can do the keys and work your way up through the bosses. Usually empty, some nice starter loot. That's one of my criteria for a good dungeon is like it's empty. Like these days. Yeah, back in the day it's like you want a bunch of people there so you can get a group like Carnors or Guck or something. But these days I almost want it to be empty so I can just explore with my Necro or solo with my Enchanter. Alright, we got Nintendogs 7388. Play Project Quarm at all? Question mark. Also great vids. Need ultimate dad camp ideas. Kunark arrow for Necro. Going to try FM Giant soon. Any other you would recommend? Let's see what I said. I said Dreadlands Skeletons. No, I haven't. My poopy laptop doesn't like it. Unfortunately, I tried one day. So I gave him one little suggestion there. You know, you got like Nizzle. You got the Dreadlands Skeletons. I'm going to make a video on that. Don't steal my idea. Let's see. Just crushing, you know, Shadow Knight, crushing skeletons. There's not too much to talk about here. I think I use Harm Touch eventually, so that'll be exciting. We get into a little bit of trouble. Better watch out. You better watch it. If you're not watching, they're going to die. You're not going to see it. Lost my spot. But, no, I have not played Project Quarm at all yet. I've tried to, and it just wouldn't like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not great at even putting P99 on my computer, so that might be the problem too. It's me, a little bit of me, and a little bit of the computer. All right, we got Zeklor W, GD, I loved Unrest, Guck, Crushbone, and missed more. I can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. Not a big Crushbone fan, but I like it. I like it. The belts, man. The belts. The wall. If you can get in that throne room. The trainer. I like it more now than I used to. Because my Enchanter went in there and like soloed and stuff, and it was fun. Alright, we got Trey trying to, he says, I got a few characters, still 5 to 10-ish. Holler if you ever want to duo. And then here we are doing it. So that was cool. And, yeah, that's everything from the last 2 videos. All the comments from the last 2 videos. Don't take anything personally. I'm just trying to entertain everybody here. I'm not as stupid as some of y'all think I am. Sometimes there's other factors involved, like my computer doesn't work properly, my keyboard is broken, I have a touchpad, I finally got a mouse here, you know, whatever. My buddy's in a hurry, so we're just trying to hurry up and get some footage, so we're not worried about seeing invisible as bad as other people would be, you know. Just trying to pull these skeletons as fast as possible here, because I don't want any backspawn. I don't want to have to do a full camp when my buffs are dropping. His HP is getting, you know, was getting lower and lower and lower as we went. So we don't have any spells yet. I think level 9 is when you get spells. But I think the Shadow Knight Paladin duo is going to be cool. We got Harm Touch and Lay on Hands. So we have 2 emergency oh shit buttons. You know what I mean? I think he had to use his oh shit button. We both had to. I did mine kind of on purpose. Like I put myself into a situation that was pretty bad and then I used it because we were about to, it was like time to go. I didn't do it like, usually I save it until I'm about to die and then I like Harm Touch, you know? Use it like that. I don't just use it all willy-nilly. But if you're about to get off for the day, you might as well use it because I think it's just like a 24-hour thing, huh? So no point of saving it. If you're about to log off, you might as well use it. So that's what I did. I probably won't play for a few days, so it's definitely going to be recharged by the time I get back on there. But that was the last camp. Might as well kill this Shadow Wolf, I guess. It's a little blue. But what's cool about this place, you could bring more people. You could bring like a whole group here, I think. And you have 10 skeletons. You got a couple mystics that wander in. You got Shadow Wolves. You got spiders. You got bats. There's all kinds of stuff to pull. So if you just find a nice little spot for your casters to sit so they can meditate, and then your puller can run out and pretty much get non-stop stuff. Unless I guess if you have like a full group and you might run out of things, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. By the way, if you get blinded by a mystic, just stand there, keep your auto attack on, you'll be okay. Like, your character will still be hitting. As long as you don't move around and, like, freak out. If you get blinded, the best thing to do is to just, stay calm and don't move. And hopefully you're already auto attacking, and if you're not, make sure you are. But that first one had respawned from the first camp. There's 3 at this one, so I wanted to grab it immediately and pull it away so it doesn't get more aggro, because I know, we could take multiple skeletons, but why take the extra hits when you don't have to? Some people would just stand up there next to the stones and kill the skeleton. They would hump a wall, they would straddle a toilet. But, I'm going to pull it away from the camp. That way we're not taking hits, we're not getting punched in the back of the head the entire time from the next one that spawns, right? Because there it is right there, you know what I mean? So I know how to pull. I used to be a warrior. I was like a 55 warrior back in the day. I think I got max level, but I was never like I wasn't the smartest, best warrior in the world. Some people, I don't know. Like, whenever I say something, you take it to the max. I'm not. I was a troll warrior, but that was my first character I ever got to max level. I'm pretty sure. I had some like cobalt. I had like short swords of Yakesha. It was like before Kunark even. I think it was like right as Kunark was coming out, because I remember doing a weighted axe kiting. I made that up. Right when the weighted axe came out, I was there, and I started kiting with it. You guys know what that is, weighted axe kiting? I don't think it's amazing, but I was the first one to ever do it, as far as I know. You got the weighted axe, right? It has like a million delay on it, but it hits really hard, right? So you get you got to get or it doesn't work. Or you got to have like journeyman boots. So you can do it on your own if you go get journeyman boots. What you do is you run up to something, you hit it with the weighted axe, bang, you hit it super hard, hopefully you don't miss. Then you just run away. You run away while your delay is going, and then you get back into the fight. When it's ready, you go again. I think it works. I was pretty young when I made it up. It was working for me anyway. Like, why would it not work? It doesn't take you out of doesn't. If you just run away from a mob, it doesn't mean your delay isn't still ticking, right? So I would run up to like a giant or something that wouldn't aggro. Maybe I would get behind it with the weighted axe. I would hit auto attack, and then you got on. Maybe you got some strength buffs and everything, or some dex buffs too. You're all buffed up. You got a weighted axe. You got Go up to something, go behind it with the weighted axe, and you just crush it. Hopefully you crit. And then you just knock out like a third of its health. And then you just take off. You run away like a wiener. And, you stay ahead of it because you're sewed and they're not. Make sure it's not something that has sew speed. And then when you're delay, you'll get the feel for it. Like when the delay is ready when it's time to hit again, you'll get the feel for it. And then you just run back up to it. Boom! Hit it hard. So you're hitting them, but they're barely, like every time you hit them, it's going to be like crushing their face in. And every time they hit you, they're just hitting you regular, like a couple times. And then you run away so they can't hit you in between while it's a delay. Run back in with the weighted axe. I remember when that came out. That's when I was playing my warrior, when Kunark came out. So, just for reference, I went to the Plane of Sky like one time. I went to Hate or Fear like one time. I don't even think I got anything from either place. I was just there. I wasn't the main tank. Just because I said I had a max level warrior back in the day doesn't mean I was in the best guild ever and I was the main tank and I know everything. I was like a warrior that could pull Karnor's castle. That was like my thing. Yeah. I would go down. I would be the warrior that would make sure I go down before anybody else goes down. That was my thing. You would want me in your group, but you might not want me as the main tank in a raid. You know what I mean? I was like an above average warrior tank. So, that was my first guy, so he didn't have like tons of awesome stuff. But anyway, here we are. I think yeah, we're coming towards the end here of the session. We did a little bit longer this time. A little bit longer this time. The last video was only like 30 minutes long because that's all we had. This one got a good hour in, so that's cool. Now I'm messing with stuff here, so I hope I don't mess up the video. Alright. So I knew another skeleton was going to pop, so we waited for it. Might be freezing for you, I'm sorry. That Dark Reaver looks cool though, huh? It's black, the black sword. What is up with this video? Quit. Quit it. Stop it. Let's go forward. Oh, he's got the Ghoul Bane, so 15 damage, 34 delay. It's pretty sweet. I don't know why it's lagging, I'm sorry. This is a video, so it's not even the game, and it's lagging. So I don't know if I recorded it and it was lagging when I recorded it, or if it's just the computer's sucking so bad right now it can't even play a freaking video. Let's go back. Sometimes that helps. Alright, so this is back at the first camp. I am fighting it right next to the stone, so I'm a hypocrite, but I think maybe we already killed one, or I know that the next one's not spawning soon. Fix my chat font size. It's / chat font size space, and then you can do 5, 6. I think I did 6 this time, made it real big. Then I put my group chat to the other window, that way I don't miss it. So I got the tells going over there and the group chat going over there. And then everything else is on the left. Other people have their stuff way better than me. Like the commenter says, I don't take time outside of videos. When I'm playing, I'm making a video. It's to get y'all... My main priority is to get you guys a video. It's not to have my spells organized. It's not to have my screen looking all nice. It's not to even really play the game. It's to get you guys a video. That's my main goal. So my priorities are different than other people's priorities. A regular player, they're going to sit down and organize their spell book. They're going to make sure they have See Invisible before they go to a camp. You know, they're going to like make their chat windows real nice and have a bunch of macros and stuff like that. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. I wish I did. I'm making a video right now. I'm not going to, when I get done with this video, I'm not going to get on the game, you know, go to my spellbook on my Necro or my Enchanter and organize my spells. I don't have time to do that. I'm sorry. At least right now. Maybe after I move, everything will get better. But at the moment, man, I got a certain amount of time to play, record, make a video, and that's it. I'm not playing for 6 hours a day and can just sit there and I'm not hating on. I wish I could. It's not me throwing shade at anybody. I wish I could play like 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours at night. That's not even crazy. I wish I could. I'm jealous. I'm not throwing shade at all. I'm jealous. I wish I could. Then I would be much better too. If I play, that's the problem with some of these videos. I get on here, I have to make a video. That's all I got. I can't practice. I can't get better. I can't organize stuff. I can't make stuff look better. I can't go farm gear. I don't have time. I get on, I play, I give you guys a video. I do the best I can, and that's all I can do. It's the same with Puzzle Quest 3 right now. I'm playing it once a week. I'm supposed to be playing it like 30 minutes a day so I can get a little bit better at it. But I just haven't even had time yet. It's already Wednesday, and I was supposed to play Monday, Tuesday. I'm supposed to play today. I haven't played it all yet. I just don't have time. I got a bunch of kids. Money's tight. I gotta be trying to make money in every second of the day, pretty much. Either that, or cleaning, or dealing with kids, or driving people around, or whatever. So, I don't know. Some of y'all see that as me being an idiot, which I think is not the first thing you should jump to. But I am a little bit of a basket case. I am stressed out, anxious, and that probably is affecting my brain a little bit. So maybe I am stupid a little bit. But it's not for IQ, for sure. But anyway, we got about 15 more minutes. Okay, so we're rehashing this right here. We're waiting for a skeleton to pop. There it is. Hopefully it doesn't lag this time, since the second time we've watched it. He's low on health, so I'm really trying to tank, and I pulled it away from the camp so we don't get ads. I am just hitting, hitting with the sword. It's nothing too complicated. Does get pretty exciting at the end, though. He does have to use Lay on Hands at some point. He might have already used it. I said it's going to be fun when we get spells. That's the truth. Right now, it's just two people hitting a skeleton. We have Lay on Hands and Harm Touch. That's the only thing different, really. Taunt. It's about all that's going on. The funnest thing's going to be like how we twink our characters right now until we get to 9. Once I get to 9, I get a little pet. I get some spells. So does he. It's going to be sweet. It's still lagging. I don't get it. It must be like recorded like that. But I don't want to miss the part where he uses Lay on Hands. He might have already did it, though. His weapon's fast. And it's trying to proc. Uh-oh, here we go. So there I am being an idiot, just standing right by the camp. Sitting on the toilet backwards, straddling it. But, hey, I think I do good at positioning as a tank. I make sure, like, the melee can hit them from the back. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a rogue to hit stuff from the back. I think people make that mistake a lot. Instead of getting around behind things, they just hit it from the front with everybody else. Correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that matter? If you're behind something, they can't, like, riposte or however you say it. They can't dodge. They can't parry. It's something like that. I might not be 100% correct, but whenever you have two people and they're both doing melee damage, one should be in the front, one should be in the back. Right? So the tank should always position the mob to where the other people can hit from behind. Now we have a Shadow Wolf. I'm trying to get aggro. I hit it for 20. I think it's on me now. I'm switching back to the skeleton. I'm keeping the wolf on me. See what I mean? Like, some of my old tanking strats are still in me a little bit. Like, I want everything hitting me. That's how I used to play. Because if everything's hitting me, then the healer just has to heal me. The healer does not want to be healing everybody in the group. They would rather heal one person, and that's it. So if you're a tank, make sure everything's hitting you. Even if you have to run around and hit stuff, get off the main target. You can, like, establish a main target, and then, alright, the group will figure it out. Like, hey, whatever I'm hitting first, that's what y'all should hit. But if something jumps on the healer, I'm definitely running over there, and I'm hitting it, and I'm getting it. I'm going to taunt it. I'm going to get it on me. And if something jumps on our enchanter, I'm going to get it. I'm going to be hitting it. I'm going to be getting it on me. So you guys continue to fight the main target. I will be right back. I'm just going to make sure it's biting me in the butt while we're fighting the main target. So here we have two of them. We're falling behind. We're falling behind. We're falling behind. Ooh, he did the whole quest for the Ghoulbane. That's awesome. I need to start doing more quests. Somebody mentioned that in a comment, like I should do some questing. Like, just do a video of me doing a quest. Just kind of difficult, like I was saying earlier with the time issue. Because sometimes you have to, like, okay, go get koala nuts, and then go way over here and fight this thing until it spawns, and then get that drop, and then bring it to this guy way over here, and then it would take a lot of time. I would have to record different videos and, like, splice them together or something like that. Or do, like, a lot of planning ahead of time. It's not super easy, unless it's, like, a low-level quest you can do all in the same city. Some of my starting A-series characters, I did that. I checked out some of the early quests. So if you're looking, if that's something that interests you, go check out, like, the starting a cleric or the starting a wizard. The enchanter when it was, I think I did a couple quests. But, I tried that on the starting A-series. Like, looking up all the quests for the starting zone and then trying to do some of them. I also ran a poll. It's still going right now. What character do you guys like to see me play the most? Just right now. I know maybe you started watching a year ago and you used to like watching the Necro, and then maybe you started watching the Enchanter. But what do you like right now? Right now, the Shadow Knight is winning, and look at this. We're playing the Shadow Knight, so I knew the Shaman was going to lose, because that was my second character ever, and I just felt it. You can just tell. Numbers don't lie, you know? Like, man, this Shaman is not hitting. This is not going good. Alright, we got this second little camp here. I'm trying to get it before everything else spawns. Oh, it's going to be close. Alright, well, we got 2 instead of 3. It's not horrible. I swear he uses lay on hands somewhere, but he must have already used it. I at some point use harm touch. Kind of waiting for that. Because, you know. But good little camp, level 7-ish, 8 maybe. If you're solo, if you're a beginner and you don't have any gear, you might want to wait till like 8. If you are solo and have okay gear, you could probably do 7. If you have a duo, or something, you could probably do 6. But you might run into a couple yellows. So I don't know. I don't want to like get anybody killed over here. So you might want to wait till 7, but if you're thugging, you can maybe do 6. All right, looks like this might be our last little camp right here. Maybe. I said I had 15 minutes. That doesn't mean we're going to do one more round. I think we do this, then one more round after this. We can really talk about the video now. I was doing comments for the beginning part. Sitting down for a sec. If I was a troll, I would have a little bit of extra regen, but that was another comment I got. Somebody said, "That's stupid. Why'd you make a blah blah blah? That's a stupid choice for your race." I think it was my cleric. Like, why'd you do erudite? Why'd you do that? That's the dumbest choice you could do for a cleric. You don't have the context. Just like with the see invisible thing. He was in a hurry. I'm sorry. That's the context. Oh, you suck. You suck at the game. My keyboard's broken. There's context that you're not getting. I'm sorry. Okay? So, the reason I did an erudite cleric was to experience that starting zone, that area, try the quests out, try the city, try the starting area. It wasn't because I thought that would be the coolest cleric or the best choice. I pretty much knew the cleric wasn't going to win the starting A series anyway, so I just wanted to have some fun and make a cool looking cleric that started in an area that I hadn't been in a while, you know? So if you don't have all the context, you think you're smart calling me stupid, but it is what it is, you know? In reality, you just don't have all the context, so you're the stupid one, not me. Not that anybody's stupid out there. Don't think he's making fun of, he's saying, you don't like how other people play, and he makes fun of... When did I say anything about any other streamers? That's the one that kind of got me. I never said nothing about anybody. I said certain people put out videos like this, certain people put out videos like that, certain people live stream, and I said for me, it's hard to live stream because I didn't say it's stupid that they live stream. I just said for me, it's hard to live stream because you have to have like 5 hours or 6 hours to play, and I don't have that much time. That's not making fun of anybody. I'm just telling you why I don't live stream. And then, like, if you just put out videos without any thought, like, I played the game, here's the video. I played the game, here's the video. I played the game, here's the video. And you just put stuff out without, like, doing, having a concept, or here's a camp, here's a dad camp, here's my top 5 this, or here's my top 5 that. Like, you just put out videos of you playing the game, and that's it, like, every day. I was just saying that's a way you could do it. I'm letting you know that's not how I do it, though. I didn't say it was stupid. I was just explaining the different ways people make videos. And if I was talking crap about other channels, it was probably Gems of War related, because that's another place where people don't have context. Like, I was one of the pioneers of doing content for that game. I was the second person ever. And I was the first person to do daily videos based on events. And then people after me, like, everybody does it like that now. Exactly how I first started doing it. And there's people that just copied me to the T. And now they're booming. And nobody remembers that. And they just think I'm salty or something. Alright, here we go. He's getting low on health. Oh, there he goes. I was about to hit harm touch, too. I think my finger was on the trigger. Like, if he drops any lower, I'm about to hit this HT. But that's one thing we're going to have to keep letting each other know. Do you have lay on hands? Do you have harm touch? Like we'll make sure we talk to each other about it next time. I was pretty sure he had it, but you know, I'm not gonna let him just die. I'm gonna hit my harm touch to save him. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like, as a tank, I want everything hitting me. I want to be the first one to die, especially if I'm the pooler. If I have 500 things on me and I know the group can't handle it and I can't make it to the zone, I'm going to eat the death. I think that's your job. You know, nobody should die before you. You should not have an enchanter going down. You should not have a cleric going down. You're a bad tank if that happens. Something can happen here and there. Like some caster could come out of nowhere and just nuke somebody in one shot and kill them. But your head should be on a swivel, and you should see that thing coming, and you should run out there and make sure it hits you first. You know what I mean? Some of y'all probably don't like my tone or like how I'm saying things, but this is just the way I am, and it's how I entertain, and you know, it's not so serious. I just like to exaggerate a lot. I think it's funny. Nobody sits on the toilet backwards, you know. If you do, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But, you know, nobody's humping a wall in a video game. It's just my exaggerated way of doing a metaphor, I guess. We got a zombie here. He just used his lay on hands. It's pretty much a full heal, right? I think eventually it's not, huh? When you're level 60 with a billion HP, is lay on hands still a full heal? I don't think it is, right? If you're ever going to do a hardcore character, isn't that what you would do? I think that would be the safest thing to do. Be a paladin, and just anytime you get in any kind of trouble, you run, because it's a hardcore, so you do that with any character. But then you also have that extra safety valve of a lay on hands, and you would not hit that button lightly. You would try to make it to the zone, and then, like, if you're halfway to the zone and you're about to go down, boom, hit that lay on hands. Hardcore. Because with the Shadow Knight, maybe a Shadow Knight would be second best for a hardcore. Because you could feign death, and you got harm touch, so you got kind of two safety valves. You could do you could snare them, and then run. You got like 3 safety valves. You got a pet, dude. You got like 4 safety valves. Man, I think Shadow Knight might be the best in the long run. Paladin would be good at because with hardcore challenges, some of the battle is just making it like to get your spells. Like you might die at level 3, level 4, level 5, and you have to restart the whole character. So having that lay on hands allows you to make it to 9, 10, 11, 12. But if you're really careful with a Shadow Knight might be slightly better. Here I kind of made a mistake. I think I chased down this Watcher when I probably should have just let it go. But the reason I did it was I didn't want it, like, pathing back into us, you know, on its way back. So in my head, I was like, I gotta kill this thing so it doesn't come back while we're fighting something else. But I probably should have just let it go. We probably would have been done fighting by the time it came back. I think the whole camp was up either way. It wasn't like I was, you know. Here I even say it. I should have let him go. We're doing one more round. We did the first little three skeleton camp there. That's the easiest one. That one doesn't have zombies in it, you know. Here we go, all 3 of them. I did that on purpose because I'm going to do my harm touch. Here y'all get to see it for the first time. Boom! Hit the zombie. He was probably crapping his pants for a second. Let me know, Trey. Were you crapping your pants for a second? Like, what the heck is this guy doing? Just pulled all 3 of them. What is he doing? We have no buffs. My lay on hands is down. Why is he pulling all 3? Well, I think we had to either way, and I had harm touch up, so I was doing it on purpose. Might as well just blow that zombie out of the water so we only have 2 skeletons. That's how I felt. I'm logging out. I'm camping very soon. I don't need to save it. That was the best spot to use it, other than where he used his lay on hands. I think if you look through the whole video, you scrub through the whole video here, I think that was the best usage of harm touch that I could have done. Here I ran to the other camp to pull the single skeleton while we were still fighting a skeleton from the second camp, because I wanted to make sure that third camp didn't get too crowded. I think that was a good move too. If You guys, nobody gives me credit here. Everybody likes to talk crap. But when I do something good, I have to point it out myself. You know? I got that skeleton from the third camp because I knew by the time we killed this one, something else was going to pop. So I run over there, I grab it. Because they could all 3 pop at the same... Then we're going to have 3. So, I'd rather have 2 than 3, basically. It may not even happen over there, but I just thought, you know, there's one standing there, I might as well grab it now. Instead of waiting and seeing if the whole camp pops. The second camp was all popped up, so what's to say the third one wouldn't be all ready to go by the time we got over there, so... That was my thoughts anyway. I was like, I better grab this one, even though we're still fighting one from the other one. So I didn't want the whole thing to pop. There's a skeleton, so... Either way, we would have been fighting 2 at least. We're also finishing up, so we're kind of in a hurry. I want to get it done. Big old swing with that big old sword. Still not wearing any pants. Got a diaper, some knee pads on or something. Not even wearing shoes. No shoes. Big old ogre. Just big old toes. That's it. Look at them big old feet. You know what that means, huh? You know what that means? Dang old. Hopefully this has still been recording good. Sometimes I have horrible luck and I'm making a long video. That was smart. You know what's smart? When you make a very long video. That's very smart. People don't like to click around on videos. They get arthritis and carpal tunnel syndrome. Like, I'll make a video for Gems of War and I'll put chapters to where it's like, here's this team, here's this event, here's this team for this event, here's a team for this event, here's this event, here's where I was doing this, here's where I was talking about this. There'll be like 6 or 7 chapters. And the video will be like an hour and a half. People see an hour and a half and they don't click. All you have to do is click and then click one more time. And you can make it into like a 5 or 10 or 15 minute video. It's like straddling the toilet backwards. I don't know. Humping a wall. Whatever. Don't get it. Nice buff. Ooh, his health is getting low again. We're taunting. We got a zombie and a shadow wolf. Uh-oh. I told him to stay back. Stay back. Get low on health, man. I'll try to taunt. We're in a sticky situation. I think this is our last fight, too. He's spanking the wolf. Spanking the wolf. I'm trying to knock this zombie down. I'm trying to make sure they're both on me. Right? So I switched to the shadow wolf. Alright, might as well get that shadow wolf out of here at this point, huh? Yep. Got it walking. Got it taking a walk. Take a walk, shadow wolf. So now I know he's good. Unless something just runs into him out of nowhere. I think he's good. So I'm going to stand here toe-to-toe with the zombie while he chases down that dog. Zombies are pretty tough sometimes, man. Like, this one might be yellow. So, once again, be careful. Be careful, because that first little camp, though, I swear, you'll be okay at 6. That's probably what you should do. If you're level 6, stay at the first camp. Because I've never seen a zombie there. The second camp, I think you do see a zombie occasionally, but the third camp's where they pop more often. But dude, this thing is kicking my butt. It was probably yellow. Pretty sure. Alright, we got another skeleton here. We're both pretty low, but I think that's the last one. And it's blue. So we might as well hit it. Grab it. Smash it. Steal its hammer. Bash its own head in with its own hammer after it's dead. Make sure it stays down. Stay down! Does kind of look like Trace spanking him with his sword. It's that one-hander. And you're a dwarf. Is that a dwarf or a half-elf? I don't know. It looks like a dwarf. Looks like he's spanking stuff with his sword. Anyway, position. Positional. You know, if you're a tank, try to make the melee hit it from behind. And most of them know. Especially rogues. Like rogues, they have to. Or they're just not getting as much damage out, right? But anything, a monk, a rogue, a ranger, another warrior, a shadow knight, a paladin, anything that has melee should be hitting stuff from behind. There's no reason not to. I don't even like when people hit stuff from the side. That might be the same as from behind, but I would rather be 100% sure and be completely behind something. Because I swear they can't dodge or parry or riposte or something. It's one of those from behind. So you get more hits on them. You hit harder and you hit more often from behind. It might not be harder, you know, but whatever. It's definitely beneficial to hit stuff from behind if you're not the tank. But yeah, we're done here. I think I'm going to call it. Got to see Harm Touch. Got to see Lay on Hands. I read some comments. Told you about some video ideas. I flew off the handle and exaggerated and probably hurt some people's feelings when I wasn't really trying to. But it is what it is. I want to entertain, and that's what I'm doing here. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. I do have a Patreon now if you want to buy me a coffee or whatever. I'm not sure how it really works yet. I'm still setting it up. But there is a link if you go to my channel. I might even put it in the description. But yeah, if you want to support me, hit that super thanks. Join up or, you know, do the Patreon. Any kind of entertainment, if you got a laugh, whatever. If I pass some time for you at work, yeah, help your boy out. I'm just like you. So, not some millionaire YouTuber. I'm just the same as you are. So, if you want to help your boy out, I'd really appreciate it. It shows me that I'm doing well. You know what I mean? It shows me that I'm doing well when people appreciate my work. It makes me want to do more. You know, if you see somebody they put out a video and it does really well, you watch as they put another video out pretty shortly thereafter, or they're more excited to put more videos out. And that's a way you can affect the whole channel, man. Just, like, show me that I'm appreciated. Show me that I'm doing good. Like, with numbers, not just words. It helps a lot, because people can say whatever. But when they really, like, send them numbers, it makes you know that you're doing well, and it makes you really want to keep going and stuff like that. So, it is what it is. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Wednesday, and I owe you one. So, I will be getting that to you one of these days when I have time. But I know I owe you guys one for that poll. And I'll get it to you as soon as I can. Hopefully by the end of the month. But yeah. You guys are the best. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Keep your head on a swivel, man. This game's crazy. Peace out.